Why do officials challenge presidential executive privilege? Imagine a situation where a president refuses to release certain documents or testify about sensitive decisions, citing executive privilege. This concept allows the president to keep certain information confidential to protect national security, diplomatic relations, or the functioning of the executive branch. But why do other government officials, including Congress and the Judiciary, sometimes challenge this assertion? The answer lies in the ongoing effort to balance presidential authority with the need for transparency and accountability. Executive privilege is not explicitly mentioned in the United States Constitution but has been inferred from the principle of separation of powers. The doctrine was first articulated during the administration of President George Washington and later solidified through judicial decisions. The core reason for challenging executive privilege is the concern that it might be used to conceal misconduct, prevent oversight, or hinder investigations into illegal or unethical activities. When officials believe that withholding information impairs the legislative or judicial branch's ability to perform their constitutional duties, they may seek to limit or override executive privilege. The most notable challenge to presidential executive privilege occurs when Congress or the judiciary seek access to documents or testimony. For example, during investigations into presidential conduct, congressional committees may subpoena documents or witnesses. If the president refuses, Congress might argue that executive privilege should not be used to shield actions that are relevant to legislative oversight. Courts then evaluate whether the need for confidentiality outweighs the importance of the investigation. The judiciary has historically played a crucial role in mediating these disputes, emphasizing that executive privilege is not absolute. Presidents have also challenged judicial orders compelling the releases of information, asserting that certain communications are protected by executive privilege. However, courts have often ruled that the privilege must be balanced against the interests of justice and the public's right to know. The landmark case involving President Richard Nixon and the Watergate scandal exemplifies this tension. The Supreme Court ruled that the president could not withhold tape recordings relevant to criminal investigations, establishing that executive privilege has limits. In essence, officials challenge presidential executive privilege because they seek to ensure that no branch of government can operate without accountability. They aim to prevent the misuse of executive power to hide misconduct or obstruct justice. This ongoing debate reflects the fundamental principle that while the president must have some confidentiality, it should not come at the expense of transparency, oversight, and the rule of law.